All right, what's in here? We got, oh my. Hey, welcome to Joe's Multiverse. I'm Joe, and look what I got in the mail. Just did a live stream last night with Teddy Figurehead over on Instagram, and he sent me a little care package, some goodies. This big one here says Joe's Multiverse, Figurehead there on the bottom. Very, very cool. Let's take a look at this one here first. It came in this really, really cool little treasure chest. And look at this cool stuff in here. This is awesome. Figurehead, he has a 3D printer, and he 3D printed these weapons and accessories, and they're meant for GI Joe. This one goes on the back of Firefly, and a figure that doesn't exist yet, but this is for like a Dreadnought. I'm sure it could be used for other figures. Look at this thing. That's a Ratchet set. That's amazing that you can 3D print something that small and detailed. That's really amazing. And then this was the other thing that was in this little treasure chest. It is a jetpack. Look how cool that is. It's all painted, all custom. There's not another one like it. Not exactly like it. I'm sure Figurehead has 3D printed another one of these, but this one he sent to me, gifted to me. I'm very, very excited about it. Ports on the back your classic GI Joe classified figure. That's really, really cool. And I just love the way that he packages his stuff when he sends it to me. It's always in these really fancy, cool little deals that he whips up, kind of like the Pelican case that was wrapped all around my custom Quick Kick figure that he made me. And for those of you that didn't see the live Sunday night, we revealed which custom GI Joe figure that Figurehead will be making, and that I will be giving away here on the channel once I hit my 2,000 subscriber mark. And he will be putting this particular custom GI Joe figure in a Pelican case like this, customizing it very similar to this, and I'll be giving that away. And the figure that he'll be making, we revealed, is going to be Spirit. That was the character that showed up the most on everybody's list. But if you're interested in being in the drawing for the custom figure, GI Joe figure, for my 2,000 subscriber party, make sure that you just let me know. All you have to do is say, put me in the drawing, or I'm interested in that, or something along those lines. That's all you got to do. I'll put you in. No big deal, no problem, and you will be in the drawing for some cool guy stuff for a custom Spirit GI Joe figure. So there's that. The other thing that he sent me was in this very cool FLC marked treasure chest. Oh, and you know what? While I have you all here, let me show you quick two of the figures that are going up for the action figure battle royale. These are two of the winners, and I want to know what your vote is between these two figures. And these are two animalistic, crazy characters, and we have the Venom from the Venom movie, and he's going up against Beastman. Now, normally with all the other comparisons, I have not given any hints to which one I'd be going for, or trying to influence anybody in any way, but the figure that is well, how can I put this? Oh, it's just not a very good figure. But let me know which one of these figures gets your vote. And then the other two are a little mismatched, and that's the way I like it. I want two completely different figures for you to vote on. Try to make it a little tough. Really want to know which figure you think is the better figure. And for the second one, we have Arnold as Terminator 2. And then he's going up against, oh, I don't have his little thing in his hand, the Big Lebowski Thor, the Bro Thor, the Fat Thor. Two very cool figures. I love both these figures, but there's one that I'd really like to see go on to the next phase of the contest. But I want to know which one is your pick. All right, now back to these awesome little deals that Figurehead sent in, and in this case, he has Spirit's little backpack thing. It's got some of the little arrows in there. Got some explosives there. Those are very, very cool. This is an awesome little deal here. I look forward to seeing a Spirit figure. Maybe I can get Figurehead to make me one as well, so we can snap that on him. But we'll see. But also in this little thing, we got this really cool little head. It's like a clear, or not clear, but translucent little head here. A custom Deathstroke head. That is awesome. And then he also sent this fantastic looking case. And before I open this, I wanted to read a comment really quick. I just noticed this. I was going through my comments, and FNL Forever said, I regret buying, this is from, I believe, my video from the Hasbro Pulse deal, my kind of reaction to that. And he says, I regret buying my first one, the Target exclusive, got 0, sick of hunting and seeing so many toxic people in line with me, kind of sad. Great line, but why bother? Wanted a Viper so bad too. I am no longer having fun collecting these. Why bother when can't even score one exclusive at retail? And yeah, it's a sad thing, but if you are done with GI Joe, I guess I would suggest don't be done with Hasbro altogether, because it's okay. You don't have to collect the GI Joes, and maybe they'll come back eventually, and we'll get a surplus of distribution and figures and stuff. But until then, if you're part of the FLC, the figure-loving community, and GI Joes isn't the only figures out there. There's Marvel Legends, there's DC Multiverse, there's He-Man, there's NECA, there's all these fantastic figures. Keep collecting though. Don't shut off the tap altogether. It's fine, I think, if you don't want to bother with these GI Joe classifieds, because it is so amazingly frustrating, but there's so many awesome figures out there. So keep collecting, keep hunting, bud. And I'm also interested in seeing anybody's pictures. Send them to me on Facebook or message me on Instagram, because I'm going to be starting a series where I take a look at the FLC's collection. So send me a picture, snapshot of like a bunch of your figures, or if you can get a wide shot of like a good picture of your collection, or just some of your favorites, and I'm going to showcase those and kind of do like a little mini review, talk about them, shout your name out, and do a whole series of showing pictures of other people's collections from the FLC. All right, let's open this up and see what we got in here. And this came with a whole bag of awesome weapons in it. We got, look at this, he 3D printed all of these as well. We got a bazooka. We got this green gun here. That is awesome. Let's see if we can't get this. Better look at these. That is cool. Wow, look at this. This is awesome. That's awesome. Showing these last night on the live stream. Go check that out. It's got a cobra symbol, right? Let's see if we can see it. Oh, you see that on the butt of the gun? That's a Cobra symbol. That is some detail right there. What is this called? Like a grease gun? That's awesome. Got this one here. He was telling me this was Duke's original gun. So I'll be putting that in his hand once we do the massive GI Joe Classifieds unboxing. We got that one there. This awesome machine gun. That's cool. And then this one here as well. So that is really, really nice. The packaging is so fancy. Ever since I first opened the custom figure that he made, and I said this is a little too fancy for old Joe. So now he makes a point of making these really nice cases when he sends me stuff. So I really appreciate that. Thank you, Figurehead. And then Mr. Jason Patchen sent this package to me, which I'm very excited to open. So let's take a look and see what he sent me in the mail. All right, what's in here? We got, oh my. This guy, go check out this guy's Instagram page, Jason Patchen. This is a really cool guy. What an awesome thing to do. We've been chatting here and there on Instagram, and I can't remember how we got on it, but something about the Moon Knight, and I searched high and low for the all-white Walgreens exclusive Moon Knight, and he was like, oh, you never got one of those. Well, why don't you go check your mail, because I just sent you one. Look at that. I wanted this figure so much. I hunted for it so much. This is, wow. I was so disappointed that I could never find it. And Jason sends me that. What an awesome thing. Thank you. And then jeez. And he sends me a Cobra. Look at that. A Cobra Commander. A GI Joe Classified series. Cobra Commander. And then he's like, oh, you don't have an infantry trooper, huh? We'll go check your mail because now you do. I did not have one of these guys. I had the Target exclusive one. When they first came out, I was like, I want to get 4 of those so I can have 2 of them with the goggles on and 2 of them not, and standing on each side of Cobra. And I just want to get like 4, you know. And I got the one, and that's all she wrote. But I hadn't got the regular Cobra infantry trooper. And Jason Patchen sends me one of those as well. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the Cobra. Thank you for the Cobra infantry trooper. What an awesome deal. What a generous and nice thing to do. And then this wonderful, glorious, all-white Marvel Legends Moon Knight. That is really, really cool. I want to open that up so badly right now, but we have a couple more things to do. Thank you. Thank you, Figurehead. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate that so much. And I had 2 other comments here that I wanted to share with you. Okay, I have a comment from BC, and he is a Joe's Multiverse member. And he says, as disappointing as the figures were, I had to pre-order them anyways. I know the feeling. Must be the completist in me. My question to you, Joe, is why was I more excited about the self-transforming Optimus Prime more than the GI Joe? I really must be in some kind of multiverse. Also, is Akiko supposed to be Jinx? # Hasbro hates the fans and GI Joe altogether, but hey, you can use these new figures to make custom other figures. Great video, Joe, and God bless, brother. And thanks, BC, for being such a great Joe's Multiverse supporter. You asked why why do I think you were more excited about the self-transforming Optimus Prime? Well, for one thing, back in the day, could you imagine us as little kids playing with Transformers, us thinking, wouldn't that be cool if this was real and it like transformed itself? And I mean, that was like such a way distance off futuristic impossibility, and now we're sitting there watching a big Optimus Prime transformer sit and transform itself. I mean, you're gonna pay for it, but everybody could probably admit that is pretty cool. And the Transformers and that whole line has not continuously let us down over the last year and a half, and Transformers have always been cool. There's always an abundance of them, so there's not this lackluster feeling towards that line, where with the GI Joes it hasn't been a very good start for them. So at least you managed your expectations and weren't expecting, you know, some huge fantastic reveal when it came to the GI Joes, because we're starting to learn. We're slow learners, but we're going to be let down with these GI Joes, and there's some reasons for that. But you also say, is Akiko supposed to be Jinx? That I don't know. I don't think so, but who knows how it might be twisted in the movie. I have no idea. And then he also says Hasbro hates the fans and G.I. Joe altogether. Now, I don't think that's necessarily true. I think there's been a lot of bad luck with the pandemic. I think they got shuffled around and were taken off guard because the movie was pushed back. I think we would have got some more figures by now if the movie would have came and been released when it was supposed to, and we had already got these figures. I'm sure that they've been sitting on these Snake Eyes movie figures for a while now. It's too bad that they're not going to be released until October, where the Snake Eyes movie is going to be released in July, so I don't know the thinking there. But I think once we get past this, I think it's not going to probably be until next year where this really kind of smooths out, but I think that we're going to be getting more figures. I don't think Hasbro's doing this on purpose. G.I. Joe is kind of like their crown jewel. I mean, it's their line, it's their creation. Hasbro came out with the cartoon and the whole thing all together. So I don't think that they necessarily hate G.I. Joe. I think that they're focused on a lot of other things, and they're just trying to figure this G.I. Joe thing out too. So it's all overwhelming. It's all unfortunate the way that it's unfolded, but I think if we manage our expectations, have some patience, and not throw the baby out with the bathwater, I think we're going to be okay, because there's so many figures out there that we can be collecting. But thank you for that comment, BC, and thank you for being a great supporter. He is a member of the Joe's Multiverse, and I appreciate that, so thank you, sir. And then Gabio, Gab IOH, I'm just going to say Gabio. He says, I blame myself for having any expectations. Pre-ordered Stealth Suit, Iron Man, and Ultron. Those are two awesome figures. So, yeah, the expectations thing, that's what gets us. That's 99% of anger is unmet expectations. So, especially with the G.I. Joe line, don't expect much. And then you'll never be disappointed. But that Stealth Suit, Iron Man, and the Ultron did look awesome, so I agree with you there. Nice going on ordering those. And then Josh Meyer says, I was happy with their reveals. My pocketbook will be perfectly fine this season. And that's a good sense of humor. We need to have that. We need to manage our expectations and have a sense of humor with all this, or else it's just gonna drive us all crazy. And then one more comment here that I would like to highlight, and it's from D. Dixon, and he says, thanks for being honest. I think a lot of YouTubers are afraid of politely calling out Hasbro and saying what's really on the fans and collectors' minds, and I appreciate this comment. Yeah, I always want to be honest. I don't know if I would consider actually like calling Hasbro out, but I do understand how everybody feels. I have felt the frustrations out there hunting with my whole Baroness with Coil debacle, and how crazy and how much effort I put into trying to get that, and I was very disappointed. But I don't know. There's a lot of red tape. There's a lot of different things affecting the whole GI Joe classified issue. But I will always be honest, and I'll always be on the side of the collectors of the FLC, because I totally 100% understand where you're all coming from. And some of you are very upset about this. Some of you manage your expectations better than others. Some of you don't completely understand this, like most of us. And but you know, what can we do? There's a lot of figures out there, like I've been saying. This is the FLC, the figure loving community. It's not necessarily the GI Joe loving community where we only focus on the Joes. There's lots of figures out there. We all have many different figures in our collections. So as long as we keep hunting, as long as we keep collecting and loving this hobby, I think everything will be okay. But I really appreciate all your comments. And until the next time we enter the multiverse, I'll see you later.